This is Supremacy Wars. It is a sci-fi themed 4X empire building game. Players play as space corporations that conquer planets, gather resources, and build huge battle fleets in order to defeat their opponents. It is currently just a 2-player game. Each player begins the game with a homeworld hex, player card, and 10 ships consisting of 1 dreadnought, 8 destroyers, and 1 carrier that carries these 5 fighters. Players will group their ships into battle fleets. How to do that? Players will take their ships and combine them in order to make one big battle fleet. Now, the max amount of ships that a player can have in a battle fleet is 5. So what they're going to do is they're going to pick out which ships they'd like to join their battle fleet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'll combine these. And then with these ships, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fighters don't count because they're carried by a carrier. And so now they're going to have 2 separate battle fleets. They're going to take a battle fleet marker. This is battle fleet marker 1. Put it here. And this is the marker, the battle fleet marker that they'll put on the movement board. And they'll start that in their home world. This one is their second battle fleet. They'll mark that and put their second marker on the board. Now whenever this marker moves, it actually represents that this whole entire battle fleet is in this hex. There are 10 neutral planets that occupy the board. Each planet also has a corresponding planet card along with a resource card. When a player fleet lands on a neutral planet, they will uncover that planet's resource card. This resource card will tell you if the planet is occupied. It does have a city on it, yes. Does not have an industry. It does have a stockpile of 5 credits, 3 cren, and 1 trinium. Credits is essentially money. Cren is metal to help build ships. And then 1 trinium is fuel that powers ships. Now another thing to look at is this right here. This shows if there is a defending space fleet protecting this planet. And it looks like there is. Here's 5 fighters, 1 carrier, and 5 destroyers. In order for this green player to conquer this planet, they will end up having to fight. Once the planet is conquered, the player will take the planet card and put it over here by their player card. Over the course of the game, the player will decide if they want to develop this planet's infrastructure in order to increase its resources. Players can choose to build a colony or a city which will increase their credits on their resource card. Or they can choose to build an industry. This, if they decide to build it, will increase their cren. Another option throughout the game is to create a technology building. This will help them in the future with their economy or the power of their ships. When battle fleets from opposing players enter into the same hex, a battle will commence. Players will look at which fleets they have in that hex, and those are the ships that will be in battle. So with the green team, we have fleets 1 and 2. Once fleets are spread out for battle, dice will be thrown in order to determine which side wins. As you can see here, green's fleet 1 and fleet 2 consists of 8 destroyers, 1 dreadnought, 1 carrier, and 5 fighters. While gray's Battle Fleet number 1 consists of 5 fighters, 1 carrier, and 4 destroyers. Each ship has attack, defense modifiers, and hit points. Each ship also can roll different amounts of dice during their turn to throw for combat. Dice are thrown, ships are destroyed. The final objective of Supremacy Wars is to capture the opposing player's homeworld. Once the enemy's homeworld is captured, the game ends. Gameplay usually lasts between 3 to 4 hours.